The Woman in Black. So, The Woman in Black stars Daniel Radcliffe, aka Harry Potter, and a few other people whose names I am not aware of. And the story is basically about Daniel Radcliffe's character, who has a 4-year-old son and a wife who is no longer living. And he's basically a real estate agent, and his job is to sell this really, really creepy house. So he goes to this house, and like any creepy haunted house movie, things start to go down. I was kind of worried I wouldn't like this movie because it seemed like every other horror movie that's been coming out lately, and there's always a haunted house movie to be made. And also the lead actor is Daniel Radcliffe, who I think is going to have a hard time breaking out from the Harry Potter role. It's going to take some time, but right now I don't think he has yet. So I'm just going to get right on to the visuals and like the cinematography. Creepy as hell. The way they shot this movie, it was so weird. Like I was looking everywhere in this movie because when I see a horror movie, I'm always looking around corners, on the sides, everywhere I could look. And this movie had that in mind, like it had that view set in mind, because there was always something going on in the background somewhere. No one else has really addressed this, but there's an abundance and a repetition in mirrors in this movie. And 4 out of 5 times that a mirror showed up in this movie, there was always something weird going on in those mirrors. And it was terrifying. And they always had these close-ups on these, like in the trailer with these little dolls. The people back then made some creepy-ass dolls. Like, people enjoyed, like, little kids enjoyed playing with those things. The acting in this movie, I would say, was serviceable. Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe. His acting was above average in this movie. When you take on a role of a character who has a 4-year-old son, which, by the way, I would not believe that Daniel Radcliffe is a 4-year-old son at all. I mean, Daniel Radcliffe, he's older now. He's in his early 20s, right? But he doesn't look old enough to have a kid yet. I mean, 4-year-old son too. That means he would be like my age when he had a kid. But I guess that was normal back then. But even so, it's still unconvincing. When you take on the role, when you're supposed to have a 4-year-old son and a dead wife, I mean, there's some... Yeah, they have a good mindset there, and I think Daniel Radcliffe put his mindset in a good frame here. And what he did wasn't great, but it was good. It was good enough to make the movie good. I love when movies tease the audience. In this movie, they're constantly teasing the woman in black. You see it from a far distance, or you see like a pale face from far away, but you don't really see anything. And not to really give anything away, but as the movie goes on, you start to see more of the woman in black. And by the end of the movie, you see just a straight up shot of the woman in black in its full form. And let me tell you, she is a creepy looking individual. Horror movies, it's always nowadays, it's always a creepy little girl, a creepy Chinese woman, or an older woman. And this was no different, and it was really scary. It works. This movie had a lot of jump scares. Now, I don't really like jump scares, but the jump scares here, for the most part, complemented the movie. Because along with the jump scares, there were also subtle scares, if you noticed them. If it was just jump scares, it would be a very bad negative here. But since there were other things going on and other like subtle references with scares, it doesn't really hurt the movie that much. There was a couple jump scares where it would come down to a dog barking really loud, or just somebody talking. Like, there would be a few moments of silence for Harry Potter. Then Radcliffe is looking all scared and stuff. And then something else would happen like this. Hey, what's up? Ugh! It wasn't great, but it was a good horror movie. It was a fun time. I'm not gonna buy this, or I might not watch it again unless it's on TV, but it was a great time at the movie theater. This movie was a bit above serviceable. It was a good movie. It has flaws, and you might possibly want to watch it again, but probably not. I say if you really want to see a good horror movie and you want a good time out with friends, go see this movie. Go see Woman in Black. But if you want to see the better like movie overall and the movie that you might want to watch again, go see Chronicle. I'm gonna give this movie I'll give it a 3 out of 5 stars. My name is MaffmanJones, and this movie chilled me beneath my bones. Peace out.